Some worlds are so big, they feel endless. Others are so detailed, you can get lost in them for hundreds of hours. And 2026 is shaping up to deliver some of the most ambitious open-world games we've seen in years. From massive fantasy kingdoms and post-apocalyptic wastelands to entirely new universes waiting to be explored. But with so many games being announced, it's easy to miss the ones that could become your next obsession. So in this video, we're counting down 10 upcoming open world games releasing in 2026 that looks seriously promising. Samson is a gritty open world action game set in the crime-ridden city of Tyndalston. You play as Samson McRae, a man drowning in debt who's forced back into the violent streets to save his sister from the criminals holding her hostage. Developed by Liquid Swords, a studio founded by the co-creator of the Just Cause series, the game mixes brutal street brawling with high-speed car combat, letting you use the environment, improvised weapons, and even your car to take down enemies. And in this city, every decision pushes the story forward. Because the clock is ticking, and standing still only makes Samson's situation worse.
Adrenaline took over. I didn't fight to win. I fought to finish. Cars had weight. Every hit mattered. The more work I did, the louder the city got. Miss a payment, and they reminded you. They weren't negotiators. They were punctuation. When the day ran out, so did your luck. Sleep didn't fix a thing. It just reset the clock. It was all connected. Time, debt, violence, and speed. People talk about freedom like it's a feeling. They have no idea.
Subnautica 2 takes the beloved survival series back under the ocean, but this time on a completely new alien world. You'll explore massive underwater biomes filled with strange creatures, while crafting vehicles, tools, and deep-sea bases to survive the planet's mysteries. For the first time in the series, the game also introduces optional co-op, letting you explore the ocean with friends while still keeping the classic solo survival experience. And with a brand new base building system that allows far more creative freedom underwater, your base isn't just a shelter anymore. It becomes your own little civilization at the bottom of the ocean. The Blood of Dawnwalker is a dark fantasy open-world RPG set in plague-ravaged 14th century Europe, where vampires have begun emerging from the shadows. You play as Cohen, a man turned into a Dawnwalker. Human by day, vampire by night, struggling to save his family while deciding how much of his humanity he's willing to lose. Combat changes depending on the time of day. Daytime focuses on sword fighting and magic, while nighttime unlocks supernatural abilities like wall running, shadow teleportation, and feeding on enemies. And with quests designed as a narrative sandbox, the world reacts to your decisions, meaning every choice could reshape the fate of the people you're trying to save.
Fires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule. To turn us into mindless, docile cattle. Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead. Their worst nightmare. Trapped between the two worlds, fighting to even the score. understand the evil behind it all.
He is out there, watching, seeping into you, growing.
Chronicles Pobreiskei Wunbergshawas Dafarish Kreis. Medieval is an ambitious open-world sandbox that aims to bring the chaos of medieval warfare to life. Developed by Raw Power Games, the game drops you into a dynamic version of medieval Europe, where you start with nothing and slowly build your reputation through battles, alliances, and political power. You can recruit troops, command armies in massive battles, siege castles, or even choose a completely different life, from mercenary and noble to merchant or blacksmith. And instead of following a fixed story, Chronicles, Medieval lets you forge your own legacy, where every war you fight and every alliance you make can literally rewrite history.
But some paths, once taken, have only one ending. I shall find no peace. On this road, there is only death. But that's just my story. Go write your own.
Forza Horizon 6 takes the open-world racing series to Japan for the first time, a location fans have been asking for years. Developed by Playground Games, the game lets you explore massive environments ranging from neon-lit Tokyo streets to winding mountain roads perfect for drifting. The Horizon Festival returns with over 550 licensed cars, dynamic seasons that change how roads and events behave, and new social hubs where players can meet and customize their vehicles. And when you're blasting through Shibuya at night with Mount Fuji on the horizon, it becomes clear this isn't just about racing, it's about the road trip. After more than a decade, Fable is finally returning, completely rebuilt as a modern open-world RPG. Developed by Playground Games, the reboot takes players back to the fantasy land of Albion, where your choices shape everything from your reputation to how entire towns react to you. You can explore freely, own property, build relationships, and combine melee combat, ranged attacks, and magic while carving your own legend. And with over 1,000 living NPCs going about their daily lives, Albion isn't just a world you travel through. It's a world that actually notices the kind of hero you decide to become.
How can I help you, boss?
Fancy a date?
Very impressive.
Gothic 1 Remake brings the legendary 2001 RPG back to life, rebuilt from the ground up for modern hardware. You once again play as the nameless hero thrown into the brutal prison colony of the Valley of Mines, where survival means choosing a faction, earning respect, and navigating a world where everyone has their own agenda. The remake keeps the original's unforgiving atmosphere, but upgrades it with modern combat, deeper quests, and a living world where NPCs follow daily routines and react to your actions. Because in Gothic, nobody treats you like a hero at the start. You're just another prisoner, until you prove otherwise.
A colony in perpetual conflict, so divided, so full of contradictions. Those who follow the new god speak of salvation, but faith may have an even grimmer future in store. The bandits preach freedom, anarchy without chains, yet kneel before the mages in the name of balance. Then come the self-proclaimed rulers of the valley, so lost in greed and in the comfort of their fragile arrangement that they long lost any interest in change. And yet, we are all the same, prisoners of the great dome in the sky, with no hope of escaping.
If there's a way out of here, I'll find it.
The Expanse, Osiris Reborn is a narrative-driven sci-fi RPG set in the universe of the hit series The Expanse. You play as a Pinkwater security mercenary who gets trapped on the asteroid Eros during a sudden lockdown, forcing you to gather a crew, command a powerful ship, and uncover a conspiracy spreading across the entire solar system. Developed by Owlcat Games, the creators of Warhammer 40k. Rogue Trader, the game mixes third-person cover-based combat with squad abilities and deep story choices. And as tensions rise between Earth, Mars and the Belt, every mission you take could tip the balance of power across the entire system.
Say, oh yeah, with our hammer.
Missile range in 1 minute.
Brace yourselves. We're going for a spin. Zafar, did you get a signal?
After the large haul down this corridor, they shut down this part of the facility. Long time before our arrival.
Fine.
Let's deal with those guys first.
In Yolota. They never look up. Zafar, you were right. They shut down this.
Wait!
Yolota! I need backup!
Hold on, I'm coming!
I'll cover you. Thanks.
I can't see shit from here.
The bird up high shall be thine eyes. What the hell happened here? Hey, buddy.
still breathing.
Mortal Shell 2 brings the brutal Souls-like series back in 2026, expanding the dark fantasy world far beyond the original game. Developed by Cold Symmetry, you once again control a mysterious harbinger who can possess the bodies of fallen warriors known as shells, each one unlocking a completely different combat style and abilities. The sequel pushes the formula further with faster, more aggressive combat, deeper weapon upgrades, and a dense open world packed with hidden paths, dungeons, and grotesque enemies. And this time, the battlefield isn't just about surviving fights. It's about mastering every shell you find and turning the bodies of fallen warriors into your deadliest weapons.
They'll worship you until you fail. Then what? You're no god, but neither have they.
Crimson Desert is a massive open-world action RPG from Pearl Abyss, the creators of Black Desert Online. You play as Cliff, a mercenary leader trying to reunite his scattered companions, while chaos spreads across the fantasy continent of Pywell. The game mixes brutal melee combat, magic abilities, and wild gameplay mechanics. From grappling hooks and horseback battles to fighting giant bosses like mechanical dragons. And with a world reportedly larger than both Skyrim and Red Dead Redemption 2 combined, Crimson Desert isn't just about the story. It's about getting completely lost in the adventure. And those are some of the biggest open-world games coming in 2026. From massive fantasy kingdoms to entire planets waiting to be explored. But with so many games being announced, there's always a chance I missed a few. So let me know in the comments, which upcoming open-world game are you most excited for? And if you enjoy discovering new games before they release, consider subscribing, because there are plenty more worlds we'll be exploring together.